I'm about to eat at the largest mall in the country for 3 days. I was gonna start the video with a cheese joke because I thought Minnesota was the cheese state, but it turns out it's Wisconsin. So I had to cut the cheese joke. Smell that, Edward? Yes, it's true. Today we are traveling all the way to Minnesota because we are gonna be visiting the largest mall in America. Now, is it larger than all of this? All of this, Poppy? What do you think about that, Poppy? Maybe? Probably not. It's called the Mall of America and it's 5.6 million square feet. Can you fathom how big that even is? That's like if you put 5 million square shaped Skechers in a row. It's that big. Algebra. Exactly. And I'm literally going just for the food, as per usual. I'm gonna be trying the food court food. Girlies, they have multiple food courts. As well as the sit-down restaurants, and of course, I'll be exploring the whole mall. Now, you might be thinking, Timmy, you can't explore that. It's not possible. It's too big. It's too much of a treacherous journey. Listen, if Frodo Baggins could walk through Mordor with the Eye of Sauron staring at him like this, hey girl, give me that ring. Did he go to Jared's? I hope so, it's really nice. Then I can walk the 5 million square miles in my Skechers. No, this is not sponsored by Skechers. They're just very dependable and very durable. Also, the mall has a hotel in it, which is where we're gonna be staying the whole time. We'll be on the mall premises for literally 3 days. And of course, I'm gonna review the room. It's a Radisson Blue, that's the name. So it's a cute name, but I'm just really grateful that Radisson doesn't translate to waffle. Because then I'd be very worried about mildew growth and things like that. It probably won't have any of that. Oh, also, let me sit down for this part. Girlies, get out the diamonds, get out the jewels. Start chewing on your caviar so it digests a little better. We are gonna be flying first class. Now, I don't want that to take away from my relatability. Keep in mind that I'm still a piece of trash from the gutter. I just haven't flown in so long because I've been scared to for obvious reasons. And first class wasn't super pricey, so I was like, let me treat myself. Now, it's only a 3-hour flight, so I don't know if they're gonna feed me. Feed me, Seymour! And I don't think I'm gonna get a cocoon and that whole experience. But it's fine, I don't need a cocoon, I'm already a butterfly. Even though my back is hairy like a moth. Am I missing anything? I always write down little notes so I don't forget anything in my intros because I have to let you know what's gonna be happening for the next hour. Oh yes, last thing. Okay, so they have roller coasters in the mall. There's an amusement park literally within it. Isn't that crazy? Like imagine you're on the roller coaster and you hear orange chicken sample, bourbon chicken sample. And you're like, toss it here. And they're like, ma'am, you're on the roller coaster Food Court Mountain 3000. And you're like, I don't care, throw it here. And then they're like, and you're like, catch it mid-drop. That's a dream. You know what? That's the American dream. I'm getting emotional. Anyways, give this video a big thumbs up if you're enjoying it. It is the easiest way to support little old me and my whole career. Also, subscribe. I make food content. I am now a traveling jet-setting socialite, and I taste test things around the country. So, in the words of Robin Sparkles, let's go to the mall. That was on purpose. Could you tell? I was trying to be funny. Hey girlies, I'm at the Orlando airport. Oh, the frog in my throat just jumped. Girl, chill. In case if you don't know, it's called MCO, which stands for My Crusty Orlando. But today it stands for Minnesota, I'm coming over. And I'm bringing cheese from Wisconsin, because you don't have any. I am no longer nervous to fly. I'm more so excited. I am flying Delta because Legally Blonde, that's the only reason. Now the airport does seem very quiet. That's because I came to a quiet area just to vlog this, because I was too nervous to be around all my sorority sisters in the Delta area. There's a lot of peer pressure. A lot. They keep telling me to bend and snap. I'm like, what even is that? And they're like, you bend and snap. Works every time. And I say, that sounds painful. And it was. Maybe I am nervous because I'm rambling, but oh guys, I found out that they do serve meals on this short 3-hour flight. And I'm not talking like a dry turkey sandwich. I'm talking meatballs. I saw meatballs on the menu. Luxury. I'm not ready for that. I'm excited. Now I'm gonna vlog as much as I can. I'll try to do a taste test, but it might just be a quick voiceover moment because there's gonna be a stranger sitting right next to me and I don't want to interrupt the sound of their caviar chewing. It's like ambiance for them. It'll probably be super quick. Anyways, let's go. Actually, I have 3 hours to wait, so I like coming here early, just in case. It's time to board the plane. Let's go. I was getting into line and it was like the first zone, like the first class line. And this lady said to me, oh, they're boarding first class right now. I was like, okay, thank you. And I walked in line. Guys, I don't know if I belong here. So this is my first class seat. Okay, you know, we got a lot of space. Look at my tiny little Skechers. They don't know what to do with themselves. I'm grateful. This is great. It's just not as glamorous as I imagined, you know? This is my first class meal. That looks so good. Oh, I just couldn't resist it. It's meatballs with marinara sauce and polenta, plus a dinner roll and a dessert, which is a lemon meringue type situation, type deal, type moment. So it's time for the taste test. Now, because I couldn't talk out loud, I did write notes down after tasting each item. So I'll be reading those as I try them, if that makes sense. That is the most fresh roll I ever tasted. I don't know if there's a bakery on board or if Marie hurried up with the baguettes, but genuinely, it tasted like Cheesecake Factory sourdough bread in flavor, but the texture was so much softer, like a classic dinner roll. And the butter tasted very high-end, like Jared churned it after he finished making diamond rings. What was I writing yesterday, guys? And then I put very creamy and salty, 10 out of 10, period. Now it's time for the polenta and meatballs. The polenta tasted as boring as the word sounds. It's not disgusting by any means. I'm not gagging 30,000 feet in the air, but I'm not gagging in a good way either. They do taste a bit like heavy cream, but overall, they kind of taste like plain grits. Have you had plain grits with a heavy cream flavor? Were you flying through the sky? Right. 3 out of 10. Now the meatballs were actually plot twist balls. I can't believe I wrote that. I expected them to taste processed and microwaved, possibly like Subway meatballs, but they shockingly did taste real and like restaurant quality. And the texture was nice and not mushy, but the flavor was lacking. In fact, I couldn't taste much besides beef and a hint of piss. A droplet, if you will. I don't know why it had a bit of a pissy flavor, but otherwise they weren't bad, just plain. 5 out of 10. Last but not least, we have the meringue dessert. So I put, that is a mutated lemon meringue pie, and that's the highest compliment I could give any dessert. It has the flavor of a tart, not too sweet, classic lemon meringue pie, but it's fused with a layer of cake in the middle, which gives it a different kind of decadence. And there is a cookie-like crust on the bottom that was so crunchy, it could have broken my tooth, and if it did, I would have thanked it. Very satisfying crispiness that went so well with the other layers. 10 out of 10. We are officially in Minnesota. I'm in Minnesota, girlies. I've never been to mini soda. I've never been to large soda. I've only been to medium, but I'm just so excited. Honestly, I'm not joking. The air in the airport feels more like oxygenation, you know? I was homeschooled, stop it. I am from the swamps. I'm from Florida, the trenches. So I'm not used to this like fresh air. I'm used to like humidity, which really messes up my hair. So let's go catch an uva and let's go to the country's largest mall, which is also my home for 6 days. Oh, I said 6 days. Yes, it's true. I am gonna be here for an extra 3 days because I might be filming another video. So this is the Minnesota airport. As you can see, it has different aesthetics. Some parts look newer, some parts look disgusting, but overall, it seems like a nice airport. And this is the Minnesota greenery, guys. I was so surprised to see all these vegetations. I could smell the carrots. Like, there were so many things growing here, and I really loved that. Well, girlies, this is it. I'm looking at the world's largest mall right now. Wow, I love it. I want a big mall real bad. I am not gonna explore it just yet because right behind me is Radisson. This is where we're staying. So let's explore the hotel room first, and then we're gonna check out the mall quickly, have dinner, but throughout the next couple days, we're gonna go in depth and explore every single level. I think there's 4. I just feel so small. It's so big. I feel like one of those ants carrying those big leaves on their backs. To me, the word Radisson has always made me think of like a radish, which are one of the most unappetizing vegetables. They have absolutely no flavor, but the hotel is probably still very nice. Oh my gosh, I'm in a spinny door. I love these. Oh, wow. Oh, this is glitzier than I thought. This is more glammy. Glamour and luxury and chunks of gold. This is so pretty. I love that the walls are probably made of plastic, but they look like there's some sort of like prism crystal opalite, track 3 from Taylor Swift's new album, because of the lighting, which is so cool. And I saw this guy sitting in a big hunk of garlic, which is... Anyways, that's the escalator. I am checked in. The check-in person was super nice, and they said to go up the escalator and then take a left after the white table. Why does that sound like a Narnia book title? The silver chair, the white table, it's all a bunch of IKEA furniture. Where am I going? Oh, look guys, it's a big white table. Elevator's right here. Ooh, look at the view. It is the literal roof of the largest mall in the country. Honestly, could be a little cleaner. I see some mold, I see some mildew. I think I see some of Samara's hair down there. She just gets it stuck everywhere. Okay, so I'm 1221 this way. Sorry. The hallways look very bare. Where's the blue art? There should be blue splattering the walls. I feel like I'm in Kim Kardashian's house. It's just concrete and despair, but hopefully the room looks a little better. Oh, this is it, 1221. Let's see, I'm nervous. Oh, I at least hope there's a blue accent somewhere. Maybe a rug, I'll take it. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh, Dylan, who's Dylan? There's a painting with the word Dylan over my bed. I don't know that man. I don't feel comfortable with that. Who even is that? It looks like Timothy Chalamet. Is this his twin brother, Dylan Chalamet? Let's open up the blinds. Ooh, I have a pretty good view. Guys, let's start from the beginning. I'm getting distracted. Oh. Air freshener. This is what I just walked into. Oh my goodness. You know what struck me first? This carpet. First of all, it looks clean. And it's a light color, so it's hard to... Wait, is it clean? Because I'm seeing on the little viewfinder, it looks quite musty, but in person, it looks really clean. Guys, I love the little squares. I feel like that's very like Gucci designs. You know what I mean? Or very Louis Vuitton. Look at this bed. Look at that. That's a lounger. They don't call that a seat, guys. They call that a lounger. Puppy? This is the view. As you can see, there's a lot of random buildings, but if you look in the distance, there's so much forest. This is what I mean when I talk about oxygen. It's all that. And you can even see like there's a mist in the air, a lot like the mist in Forks, Washington, where Bella climbed up trees. Remember that? And so I feel like Bella right now. I mean, I typically feel like Bella, but I feel even more like her. Edward, change me. I love that the bed has a skirt. That's always a good sign because a designer had to design that. So we know that it's couture. And the bed looks very big, perfectly made. You can see the seams of the mattress. That's how tight it is. Oh, wow. And there's 4 pillows, 1 for each of my hair follicles I have left. And we have Dylan, who we already met. We also have a random cherry. I think New York, or it could be Minnesota, I don't know. But it looks like New York to me. We have a gorgeous thermostat. This is one of those modern ones. Let's put it, oh, it can't go lower than 66. I guess they want the devil to live in here. That's fine. You know, I've fought him off before. I'll do it again. Do these lights work? Yes. And this one looks like a faucet. Okay, I can't wash my hands using this faucet, but I can look at my hands and that's still useful. Now this TV is just a basic size. It's a basic type. It's LG. Lady Gaga made it, as we know. But just the fact it's in this like frame thingy makes it just look so much more opulent, right? And I don't know if this is maybe a solar panel, but it's there too. What's in here? Can I open this? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's for the suitcases. Oh, that's nice. If I sat on it, would it break? Maybe, but that's not what it's for, so it doesn't really matter. Let's test it. Oh my God, I almost broke the whole TV. Okay, yeah, it does the job. And we have this gorgeous desk, which is perfect because I'm gonna be editing all 6 of these days, trying to get this video out to you as soon as possible. And this genuine leather chair that seems to be kind of disintegrating and ripping to shreds right before my eyes. I think someone scratched at it. Jacob! But it looks comfy. Okay, get back in there. Let's just hide it. The illusion is all that matters. That looks great. Hello in there. Girlies, what is this thing called? A bowl? This isn't just a bowl. This has like an angle to it. It's stainless steel. Spaghetti couldn't even stain it. I don't know, but I like it. Are these free waters? There's no price tag on them. That is so generous. No one's ever given me free water before. And what's in here? A little fridge. Very nice. And a safe. Is the fridge crusty? No, it looks very incredibly clean. And it's slightly cold in there, which is progress compared to some of the cruise fridges that I've seen, which are basically heaters. And now this is a closet with, of course, a full-length mirror. So when I go to the state fair, I can make sure I look good for all the cowboys. Wait, did I just say state fair? I'm not going to the state fair. Are you delirious? Are you hearing things? Anyways, ooh, this is the, a robe? No, a robe. Oh my God. That's a robe. Undo. Thank you. You girlies know that hotel robes are everything to me, and they really changed my whole experience. Oh my God. Oh. This is great. What is in here? Nothing besides an ironing board. Who irons anymore? Do you iron? Are you Beth from Little Women? Anyways, oh, I almost slipped. Note to self, socks and these marble floors do not mix. It is time for the bathroom. I already see it and I'm very pleased. Oh, walk-in shower with the rainfall effect. Mirror with the lighting inside of it. The future is now, the future is here. Girlies, look at this. A walk-in shower, perfectly tiled with a gorgeous rainfall shower head. You guys don't know how much that means to me. A lot like the hotel robe, a hotel shower is like the second most important thing. And this one has a lot of promise, let me tell you. I'm so excited. And then the sink here, porcelain. Like a doll. We have the lighting within the mirror. Like I said, it's having a weird effect on my camera. Don't mind that. Once again, it's just future being future. And we have a shampoo, a conditioner, a body lotion, a facial soap. What is this one? Shower gel. Oh my goodness, they have everything. And a gorgeous toilet. This is a very spacious hotel bathroom. Look at this, guys. You see that? Is the toilet clean? Oh. That is quite the gaping exit. So I don't have to worry about clogging it like I typically do. That's not bad. I guess the Minnesotans are used to taking massive dumps. I am so pleasantly surprised with this hotel room. I'm loving it so far and I am getting hungry. So I was thinking, why don't we go have a delicious sit-down dinner in the largest mall in America? It's our first meal there. And I'm not gonna explore a lot of the mall today. I kinda wanna save it for the 2 main days. Maybe I'll do half the mall tomorrow, half the next day, so we can see everything they have to offer, which is gonna be a lot because it's huge, it's ginormous. So right now, I'm just gonna focus on my stomach. And that's what we should all do every day of our lives. Loved ones don't matter. Kindness definitely doesn't. Your stomach does. Oh, look at my veins. It's the sunlight, it's too natural. I am about to enter the largest mall. So let's do this. Oh my gosh, here we go. What do I do? How do I act? Oh my gosh, this is it. Okay. Oh wow. This is a side entrance for sure. I expected something a bit more grand, but you know, it looks like a mall. Actually, it looks emptier than your typical mall. Is it abandoned? Oh, whoa, wait. Oh my goodness, you guys aren't ready. That's the amusement park. There's a huge Lego. Who is that? Oh my goodness. What in the world even is this? I'm, as the British say, flabbergasted. There's the roller coaster. There's the swing slow. You know, but it does kind of feel like a Walmart for some reason. There's a certain like department store energy to this. I had no clue that the theme park was Nickelodeon themed until I arrived. Like truly, I had no clue. I should research before doing these trips, but surprise, it's iCarly. Wait, where is she? Does she not have her own ride where like you're a vlogger or something? Because I would love that. Woohoo! As you can see, there's different roller coasters. Some go faster than others. And there's tons of other rides, including a flume ride. I think that's what it's called, right? Which sounds like phlegm, which matches the Nickelodeon green slime aesthetic. I get it. This is literally too much to take in. I need to eat before I pass out on the floor of the world's largest mall. I need to. I mean, that would make headlines. And I would go viral. So maybe I should. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow for sure. So they have these interactive maps everywhere, which are very quirky. Like they sometimes decide not to work. But I got it to work because all the microplastics in me communicated with the robot within the tablet. So it was all good. I looked up dining and then I clicked sit down restaurants and these are the options. I chose Cowboy Jack's because I've never been there, but I've heard of it. And apparently it's on level 3. So I just started wandering around trying to find my way. And guys, I was so overwhelmed. Like truly, I was was kind of shaking a little bit. I felt so insignificant in this huge building, truly. But I did manage to find the restaurant area. Girlies, it's so hot in this area. I guess they don't make ACs big enough to cool the largest mall in the US. This is Cowboy Jack's. Looks great. Let's eat. So I tried to eat at Cowboy Jack's. I was like, one. I already feel kind of awkward saying that every time. And the girl was nice, but she was like, do you want to sit at the bar? And I was like, is it possible to get like a small table? And then she was like, no, if you're one person, you have to sit at the bar. So it's not her fault, obviously. She was very nice. It's just the policy, I guess. Single people are not allowed to have tables, period. I don't want to hear any complaining about it. I have to film, so it gets very awkward sitting at bars, like right next to people. So I was like, okay, never mind, thank you. So let's eat somewhere else. It's fine. How about this Cadillac Ranch? What even is that? They have a Juicy Lucy. I've always seen the Juicy Lucy's on the Food Network. They always document them because they're like burgers filled with cheese. Lucy, girl, I'm coming for you. If they let me sit at a table. They might not. Welcome to Cadillac Ranch, where we raise Cadillacs as if they were cows. Yes, they are grass-fed. And yes, they had an electrical cow thingy, which I did not ride because I don't have any hair to cushion my bald head if I fall, and I did not bring a helmet either, so I decided, better not. So for my appetizer, I got a little cup of chicken tortilla soup, and they came with oyster crackers, but I don't like seafood, so I did not eat those. Look at us. Look at us now. The moment I walked into this restaurant, I felt like I was greeted by family. They said, how many? I said, one. Ashamed of being who I am, which is alone. And they asked me a question. They said, would you like to sit at the bar or would you like a table? And I said, a table? Don't hurt me. And they said, of course, sweetheart. They didn't call me sweetheart, but I imagined that because it made me feel better. And they brought me to the biggest booth possible. Like this is fit for a family of 10, but it's just little old me and my worth around me. There's a lot of it now, and I know that. Anyways, I got the chicken tortilla soup for my appetizer because I got a very heavy entree. So I was like, let's balance. Let's get a little cup of soup, you know. This has chunks of avocado. That's nice. Avocados are expensive. And also corn, tomatoes, chicken, and then some peppers and cheese and tortilla chips. You know, this is a very nice, fresh tasting soup. It's not perfect, but I'm genuinely enjoying it. These people are watching me. Act natural. The broth itself is very chicken broth based. It isn't really special, but it genuinely has a good amount of spice to it. I can taste the cayenne pepper. I think they put a mighty fine dusting in there. And it's a tiny bit creamy. I feel like there's maybe a couple drops of heavy cream just to add a hint of richness, but it's still mostly brothy. And there is a cilantro flavor. I have a confession. In the past, I have said that cilantro tastes like soap to me because that's what everyone says. But the truth is, it doesn't really taste like soap to me. I mean, there's a slight floral flavor, but I've never really gotten full soap, like full dawn, full dial, full summer's eve. Never any of that. But I've said that it tastes like soap as a joke. Is that crazy? I hope you still trust me. I mean, you should, because I confessed. That's what matters. And honestly, I'm sick and tired of your complaining. We're on vacation in Minnesota. We've been planning this for years at this point, and your attitude is rotten to the core, like an apple.
Stop crying.
Where were we? I don't know. I was in a delusion. Thank you so much. That looks amazing. My entree's here. It's so big. Just like the mall. The ingredients all taste pretty fresh. The chicken does have processed Panera, like chicken strip shape to it, but it has a real flavor. It honestly just tastes like rotisserie chicken. So I'm fine with that. And the avocado is very interesting in a soup. You know, you think hot avocado, vile, repulsive, Rita, but it's not. It kind of turns into almost like an avocado liquid in your mouth and just makes the soup creamier and richer. Overall, it tastes like a fresh tortilla soup, but I do think it could use a bit more seasonings, a bit more flavor, and a bit more spice. But I'm gonna give it a nice 7.5 out of 10. Ooh, my first burp in Minnesota. For my entree, I got this platter that came with coleslaw, barbecue chicken, barbecue ribs, and fries, which are in 3 different shapes. I'm a little confused by the fries. We have multiple shapes going on. We have waffle fries. We have overgrown toenail fries. This looks like the Guinness Book of World Records. There's a lady that has really long nails. Her nails look just like this. It's impressive. I'm into that. I'm into that. And then we have normal fries as well. So let's try each fry. Normal. They taste like half seasoned, half battered, if that makes sense. There's a sweetness that fries that are dipped into a batter have, and this has a little bit of that sweetness. And it also has a little bit of a seasoned fry flavor, but not the full seasoned fry flavor. So it's like a hint of this, a hint of that, classic texture, and perfectly salted. Very nice. Let's try the waffle. The Radisson waffle. Mama, wait, they're different. These taste more seasoned than the normal cut fries. I think it's because the crevices get all those little seasoning growths. Why did I say that? So it's like the normal fry 2.0. It's like Megan 2.0 if it was a good movie, but I watched it and it was unwatchable. And now the pedicure. Whoa. Those don't taste seasoned at all. They taste more like they have that batter on them. So it's almost like the waffle fries are very seasoned, the toenail fries are very battered, and then the normal fries are a mutated version of both. Incredible. Honestly, fantastic fries, all of them, just in different ways. I'm gonna give it a very strong 9 out of 10. Goodness. And now the coleslaw. Cool, honey. You ate that. Coleslaw is a very touchy subject for a lot of people. You know, I feel like a lot of coleslaw recipes are so sweet. And I feel like people that have that kind of molar that likes the sugar, I think it's called the sweet tooth, they love the sweet kind of coleslaw. But I personally like a nice balance of a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sourness, and some saltiness as well. And that's what this is. It just tastes extremely fresh. Where'd you come from? It just tastes extremely fresh. I love the sourness. I think it's maybe like a distilled vinegar with extra distilled. And there's cilantro in here. And now that I've confessed, it really works. I think it brings something different to the table. No, I don't want that. It's too different and it's on my table. Take it away. And it kind of cuts through the sourness and the sweetness with its hint of bitterness. So it works for me. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Fantastic coleslaw. By the way, we are about to try the meats, but I forgot to mention, I didn't get the Juicy Lucy. I'm sorry. I know she's juicy, but I'm not into people like Lucy. If his name is Lou, maybe Lucifer. No. I know that it's a famous burger and all the different Food Network people like Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay and all these different people have taste tested it. But just because they've done it doesn't mean I have to. I'm forging my own path as a food critic. And also, a Juicy Lucy is just cheese in a burger. I've had cheese on a burger tons of times. It's gonna taste the same. So instead, I got barbecue chicken and barbecuers. I thought that was more fun because this is the vibe. And I really don't feel like using my... It's all great so far. All the different fries. I love that there's like different fries.
It is phenomenal.
Right? It's like different shapes and like different flavors. Thank you. I'm so awkward. Why am I like that? They're different shapes. What am I, in kindergarten? I've seen shapes before. Oh, mama. I did not expect deliciousness. I didn't. It was kind of looking like the barbecue chicken in a Hungry Man. Have you had a Hungry Man? Were you hungry? Are you a woman? Right. Come on, girl power. You can eat whatever you want. But it tasted so much better than a frozen meal. That's a real piece of chicken. It's juicy, perfectly cooked, charred on the edges to perfection. The charred flavor was honestly the main flavor. It came through so strong, and it did taste kind of burnt, but that's how it's supposed to taste. Sometimes the flavor of coal adds something, right? And then the barbecue sauce is just perfect barbecue sauce. It is, once again, just like the coleslaw, not too sweet and not too tangy. It's the perfect balance of both, and it's very smoky. So it just really adds to that charred vibe. Love. 10 out of 10. Blessed day, Aunt Lydia. Under his eye. Now it's time for the ribs. I'm gonna start with my fork, and then when I need to dig in with my man hands, I will. Oh yeah, this is tender. The fork can get a lot of meat right here.
What are we gonna do, dessert it up?
Yes. Can I get the brownie? The s'mores brownie sounds really good. Is that the best one?
No, it's phenomenal.
Okay, perfect. I'll get that. Thank you. Girlies, I don't know what happened. I swear when I was filming, I heard her say that it was the best one. I promise you. But listening to it back, she said, no, it's not. Did she not say, no, it's not? So why did I say, okay, thank you, I'll take it? Like, what? Is this a glitch in the robots that are gonna take over in the future? I'm feasting. I'm getting a s'mores brownie. Life is great. What's this place called again? Honda? It was something car ranch, whatever it is, girl. Tesla, you ate this. I'm just kidding. I would never give them a compliment. Those are very nice ribs. They're not the best ever, but I think that they're pretty strong. They're just so tender, and there is a little fat layer, but nothing that ruins the vibe. It's like I can eat through it without being disgusted. There's a nice crust on top full of so many classic rib seasonings. I just wish there was a bit more of a kick. I think it's like missing some sort of a mustard vibe. I don't know. I just sense that in my soul. And the barbecue sauce, I think, is the same barbecue sauce that's on the chicken. Fantastic. So I really like them. I just think they could be a little bit better, but I'm gonna give them a very strong 8 out of 10. So here's a good. This is the s'mores brownie that is apparently not the best one, but I still got it. Guys, this is huge and ginormous as well, just like the mall I'm in currently. Oh, by the way, guys, so I am very tired, but I do have to stop at Walgreens after this. Yes, there's a Walgreens in the mall because I have to get certain things that I need, like face wash, wipes. Guys, I have to get wipes because at home I use something really fancy called a bidet, and I use that because my booty hole is French. It's like je m'appelle caca. And so wipes are the next best thing, girlies. Just a tip in case you didn't know that. I hope you knew that. Anyways, let's eat this brownie. Perfect timing. It's a homemade brownie with toasted marshmallow, vanilla ice cream, candied pecans, and chocolate and caramel sauce. Okay. Oh. That is a basic brownie, but sometimes, just sometimes, basic is good. It has a classic brownie ooey gooey texture. It has the classic rich ooey gooey brownie flavor, very chocolatey, but somehow not too icky sweet, which is good. It's very thick, very dense, very satisfying. If you order a brownie, this is what you are expecting, if that makes sense. Now, I don't know if it's really giving s'mores just because there's some toasted marshmallows on a stick. Like, okay, congratulations, you toasted it. But it's still delicious, even if the theming isn't very strong, you know? And they didn't mention this on the menu, but there's little pieces of strawberry that really add such a refreshingness. I'm gonna give it 7.5 out of 10. Well, let's go explore Walgreens in a mall. I have to pay first though. Walgreens in a mall. You can have it all if you pay for it. Hello. Oh, girlies, I saw a Kit Kat bag on the floor. Someone must have left it there. And I thought to myself, what if a Minnesotan trips on it and breaks their cheese curd? What then? So I decided to pick it up and be a very good person. This Walgreens has all the same stuff your typical Walgreens has, but they don't have a pharmacy, so there's that. And the soap was behind lock and key. I was like, what is going on? I'm from Florida, which is the Wild West. We just tell our alligators to go grab the soap for us. Good morning. Selena! I slept for almost 9 hours. That's a lot for me. I'm a very energetic person and it's hard for me to rest. That's why I don't drink caffeine, because I already make natural energy from my brain cells and also the ligaments within me as well. So the fact that I was able to rest that long is kind of iconic. Now, do you guys like my outfit, my OOTD of the day? It is more like dark and moody because I noticed a lot of the people walking around this mall are very kind of like emo and punk and angsty, and they have the darkness within their soul. And I can relate to that. So I was like, you know, let me put on my little kind of angstier outfit and just like rebel against the world. No, you can't make me use a plastic straw. Oh my God. Come here, Dylan, join in. So I hope I fit in. Okay, so this is the plan. I'm gonna eat a lot of little meals throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, we can have a big dinner. So it's gonna be like half a breakfast, half a lunch, snack, drink, and then a big meal. And then throughout all that, we'll be exploring each floor at a time. What do you think? We got 2 days left. Let's get this show on the road. Girlies? The BB cream is popping. I'm glowing. Thank you, BB. I had no clue that there was a direct entrance to the mall on the second floor of the hotel. Look at that, Mall of the America. It's giving. That's an amenity. What is that, JJIII? I think it's a storage. I mean, we're in the future, so it's probably some sort of robot language that I haven't learned yet, but I will, because I'll be forced to, for sure. I'm scared. First things first, let's eat before we explore anything. I am so hungry, and I heard about this donut shop called Bearded Papi or something, and it just made me feel very seen, you know? So this is Bearded Papas, which actually means bearded potatoes in Spanish. This is where we are having our first breakfast of the day, and they serve cream puffs. They don't serve donuts. I was confused. It's mostly cream puffs plus a few other little things. So I decided to build my own cream puff, and I got the ube eclair shell with matcha latte filling. Ooh. And yes, there is a bite taken out of it. I don't know what happened there. I think it was a ghost. Okay, so it's not Bearded Papi, it's Bearded Papa. The half Cuban in me just assumed. He assumed he said, Papi? That's me. But Papa is much more like, hey, Papa. Or if it was Bearded Pa, I would think Little House on the Prairie, Pa's massive pecs. Truly astounding to look at. But yeah, this looks amazing. She made it fresh. She took the cream puff ube shell, and then she took out this giant like contraption. It was like this huge metal tube full of the matcha filling, and then she just like cranked it. It was like watching Jigsaw do a saw trap. It was riveting. So I'm excited. I've never had a cream puff this big, but is it as big as the small? No, once again. Did I film this close up? No, I did not. I want to eat. Hurry, Timmy. Oh my. That was so much. Oh, ow, my knee. Oh, God. Are you okay? That was so much better than I expected. A lot of times cream puffs can feel dry and kind of chalky, like the breading stuff is kind of chalky, right? I could draw on the sidewalk with it, but this is not. This is much more of a crispy cream puff, and it has such a golden brown, almost like thin croissant flavor to it. And then the ube, to be honest, doesn't really scream ube to me. It tastes more just like white chocolate, but like delicious white chocolate. I really enjoyed that. And the filling is the best part. It tastes like kind of like tapioca pudding, but like in a mousse version with a hint of an earthy tea flavor from the matcha. Just a hint though. And so because this white chocolate coating is very sweet, and then the matcha filling is barely sweet, and it brings in something different, it all really goes well together, and I really loved it. I'm gonna give that a very strong 9 out of 10. Come on, Papa. I am now gonna eat something else because the food court seems to be fully opened. I'll show it to you in a second. But after that, we're gonna start exploring the stores. And guys, there's so many stores in here. It's completely insane, in the words of Willy Wonka talking about chocolate. And so I think I'm only gonna show you guys the interesting stores. I mean, you don't need to see a Burlington coat factory. Unless if it was snowing or we were headed to Narnia, we would need those big fur coats, but we're not. So we're gonna skip things like that and just visit the fun stores, the cool stores.
Guys, look at this gorgeous sign.
Who's we?
So this is the main food court called Culinary on North, and they have so many options, including Little Tokyo. What else? Pokey. And then we have A&W, always wanted to eat there, oh my God. And then Panda Express, an icon. Some great steak, America's premier cheesesteak, never heard of her, not an icon. And then we have Qdoba, I think that's how you say it, because how else? Qdoba? I don't know. I'm not an English teacher. And then we have good old BK, royalty is in the house, and Chick-fil-A with their unseasoned waffle fries. OG Zaza? Bussin'. This is Bussin' Birria Tacos. We also have Naf Grill and Ichido Ramen and Piada Italian Street Food. Here we go. So for my second breakfast, I decided to have A&W. I got the chili cheese coney hot dog and also the poutine with fried cheese curds.
Besties, I'm so hyped. I've always wanted to try A&W because it's so mysterious to me. A&W is a brand of beer, right? Made from like an ancient root. They call it root beer. And so the fact that they have their own fast food restaurants is like crazy to me. And I've always wanted to try it. So I'm so excited. I got poutine and I think a chili cheese coney dog. The two messiest, nastiest things I could try. When in Minnesota, be nasty. That is a phrase I just made up. And so let's first try this chili cheese coney. The cheese looks like it was made in Dexter's laboratory. It looks like the juice that's in a highlighter. Okay, how do I do this? Oh God. Maybe they should stick to harvesting the rare root. I am not impressed. I mean, the best part are the onions. We have crunchy, fresh onions. You really can't go wrong with that, unless if they're rotten, which they're not, so that's good. The bun is a little dry and tastes a little stale. The hot dog itself, I think, is the worst part. It's one of those really thick, ultra meaty hot dogs. You know what I'm talking about? When it's like intimidating and the flavor is so strong, you're like, ugh.
I didn't sign up for this. It is very that. It's so salty and it has such a pure sausagey flavor. I just wanted a classic hot dog. I thought A&W was all about, you know, the classics. That's how they're marketed. I think it says all American food underneath their little sign. And that's not what I'm getting here. I'm getting like a Wiener Schnitzel or something. I also do not like the chili. It is way too salty as well. And it honestly tastes like canned Hormel chili. I like trashy chili that like typically goes on a chili cheese dog. I'm not comparing this to like homemade chili, but it doesn't taste good. It tastes canned. And the cheese is probably the worst part. Once again, love processed cheese. I love cheap, grimy nachos, but this is like sour, ultra sweet, very, very, very processed cheese. It's just too much overall. I'm not a fan. I have to give that a 3 out of 10. But hey, we have poutine. That's gonna raise our spirits. Now, typically poutine is a Canadian dish, but I thought about it. I was like, Minnesota is right under Canada. So Minnesotans are probably like kind of Canadian too. They probably say a boot, a loot. Now, typically poutine has just like basic cheese curds on it, which I love. This has fried cheese curds. So they took it to the next gluttonous level, and I appreciate that. If you've never had poutine, it's literally just fries, a beefy gravy, and cheese curds. Let's see. Wow, salty. Put me into water, I'll float. Okay, it's a little better without the cheese curds. I think the cheese curds, yeah, wow, they're so salty. The cheese curds, flavor-wise, taste really good, actually. Same girl. They have the cheese curd texture, squeaky, makes your molars say, that's new. And the breading is thin, which I appreciate. It's not super crunchy. It's just more like a light layer, but they're so salty, like I said. Like truly, I think the gravy is also salty. So when you put the gravy with the cheese curds, it's like I'm hiking up the pink Himalayas and licking the mountain as I go. That is something that I have never done. I don't plan on doing that either. The gravy itself does have a really nice beefy flavor, and it does kind of just taste like packet gravy, but I like packet gravy, so that's good. And the fries are very basic. They're just like salted, crispy fries, so not bad, but not great either. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. I think it's safe to say that my first A&W experience was quite disappointing. Would I ever go back? Probably not. Would I buy their root beer, though? No, I don't like root beer. Welcome to part 1 of the mall tour. We are gonna tour the first and second floors today. So let's go. This is a super cute cafe with a whisk super glued to the wall, and they have a lot of pretty lighting fixtures, and they have some sort of a vine infestation on the wall. They should look into that. And I did not eat here because there were so many restaurants. I could only pick a few, and I'm not eating at a cafe. I need actual sustenance. I'm a man. Anyways, there's a Fabletics store. So hey, Kate Hudson, and there's a Nespresso store. Hey, Sabrina Carpenter. This store is called Rent the Runway, so if you need a runway for girls' night, you can rent one, or if you need to practice walking like a horse, nay, exactly, you can get one. They had a Chanel store, and I've never been in a Chanel store, so I went in, and I felt like all the managers were looking at me like, whoa, that's the next face of our campaign. He's perfect, he's 5'7", and he's bald-headed, and he's in Skechers. Hire him! They had another store called iBob's, and I was really disgusted by the fact that they tried to change history by putting sunglasses on the Mona Lisa. I'm sorry, but Miss Lisa did not sit in that chair for 5 days just to have her very sad looking eyes covered up. Here we have a Lululemon store, and we also have an Apple store. They were grown in the same garden. And this is Warby Parker, not sponsored, but this is where I did buy my glasses. They are kind of chipping away and they're getting kind of nasty. And I just got them like a year and a half ago, so I don't know how durable they are. This store has such a good name, Canada Goose. Imagine having a brand and just thinking, what should we name our store? Oh, I saw a goose the other day in Canada. A boot. Oh, so you're normal. So you're saying I'm abnormal. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh my goodness. This is giving Tammy. My gorgeous wife would look stunning in this. It's like a potato sack, but a jean version. Sydney Sweeney probably made it. Look what's on the wall, guys. We have a fishnet, not stockings, like a literal fishnet. Mama, there's a Capital One cafe. What's in my wallet? Wouldn't you like to know? Look at the food they have. As you can see, they have the Capital One logo and then they have food. So I think that this brand really needs to pick a path because they're doing a little too much. Oh my gosh, I just understood Canada Goose. They're trying to be the American Eagle of Canada.
James up passed out from the offspring.
Now, have you heard of the store LL Bean? I didn't know that was a store. I thought he was an author. Didn't he write the hit book, The Summer I Turned Gassy? Or the other bestseller, The Lion, the Witch, and the Fart? Guys, look at this chandelier. Isn't it pretty?
Oh my God, a Toys R Us, is this real?
I was truly shocked to see a real life Toys R Us. I thought they were all gone, but look, Joffrey's here. He's still kicking. I think giraffes actually kick people, right? A lot like horses, so he's literally kicking. And this store was super cute. It's called Rocket Fizz, and it's really giving like vintage. They have those screaming chickens. E.T. was also there, and he kept saying phone home, and I was like, girl, aren't you from a different planet with better technology? You can't phone your own house? And they also had a lot of like vintage sody pops, probably from 1602. If you open them, you might release an ancient curse, but it'll be worth it for the flavor. Now, this is one of my favorite stores I came across. It's called Minnesota. And it's so cute. They have all the Minnesota, you know, knickknacks and little heirlooms you could ever want to buy. This store is called Nectar Bath Treats, and I think it's trying to be like a Lush or a Bath and Body Works, but their products look delicious. Ice creams and candies and cakes and chocolates.
It smelled like a brown sugar fermented paste in there. It's supposed to smell good.
And this is a really cute little Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory store where they go to the Rocky Mountains and they make chocolate and then they bring it all back here. Now this gooped me. The fact they have a whole basically like aquarium in the basement area is crazy. They had so many of these what's that called? A sea urchin? Sea ray? And above the Oceanic Express, we have DeLeo Bros Pizza. They have a sign that says, "In garlic we trust." And we crust. That's so much funnier. I love that. Now this is the M&M store. If you love chocolate covered in different colorful colors, you will love this store because they have everything you could ever want. They have M&M plushies, M&M like lotion probably, M&M cement to renovate your home with. They have everything M&M, you know? And on the second floor, guys, they had a whole wall of M&Ms where you could build your own M&M bag. It was gorgeous. I felt like I was at Subway because I could have it my way.
I just passed by a Cinnabon, almost levitated. I was about to go all the way up to the 4th floor. There's nothing like the odor of a Cinnabon. Nothing in this world.
I walked past this grill called Twin City Grill and it looked really nice, but I couldn't go in because it's exclusively for twins. They were like, I'm sorry, but you have to be with James Corden at this time if you want to dine here.
La Boo Boo. I am obsessed with, not La Boo Boos, I'm obsessed with the La Boo Boo grandma who went viral because she was like, La Boo Boo. I need Sarah Paulson to play her so that she could be like, La Boo Boo. Paper Source. The trees hate to see her coming.
This is Cedar and Stone, which is some sort of a fancy restaurant connected to the other hotel in this mall, the JW Marriott. It was a bit out of my budget, so I did not stay there. Now, this is crazy. This is the Museum of Illusion. And as you can see, this is for people that want good Instagram pictures. That's the whole point. So you go in and you pretend that you're floating on a wall, even though you're not. You can see the lie in her eye. Girlies, look what I came across. I'm shaking.
Oh my gosh, mother. I feel like I finally found the place where I fit in. I'm one of them. Honestly, I would serve in any of these. And they're all probably super airy and filled with oxygen.
And this is a Christmas store called Christmas Treasures. It was decorated by Martha May Whovier. Yes, the lady from The Grinch and Mamma Mia as well.
It looks like Santa sharded in here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, look what it is, the NBA.
I'm leaving. If you want your furniture with extra wind, go there. How many jewels did Jared carve out of the cave if he only had 2 emeralds? Exactly, you didn't get it.
It is time for our snack of the day. We are at Mochi Nut to get a Mochi Donut. These are the options. I got the cheesecake flavored with little graham cracker crumbs on top.
I'm in the back corner of this little establishment and there's no AC in this corner, but there is privacy. So sometimes being hot is worth being alone. I feel like Paris Hilton said that at some point. I don't know. I have never tried a mochi donut. I got the cheesecake flavor. I know this is similar to Bearded Papa, but she's fully shaven, thankfully. So it's different. Okay, let's see how it tastes. really am. I expected so much better. They can't hear me, don't worry, but really, I really love the texture because it feels like a classic donut texture, but a bit chewier and almost kind of gummy. I like that. And it does have a classic donut flavor, but that cheesecake topping doesn't taste like cheesecake. It tastes kind of like potpourri. And I don't own any potpourri. When I do own potpourri, I'll probably be like 65 and I'll be owning the fact that I'm a potpourri owner. But for now, I'm not into it. There's something floral and a bit perfumey within the icing. And it does have a slight cream cheese flavor, but it's really not giving cheesecake. It's just kind of giving queso ou de toilette. And that's not really what I signed up for, but I truly do love the texture. So I'm gonna give it a 4.5. It would have been like a 1 if it was just based on flavor. I'm so mean. I think Minnesota's turning me a little meaner. They should call it Minnesota.
This is the official Mall of America store. So if you get sick of all the stores that reside within the mall, you can focus on the mall itself and buy mall merch. How genius is that? And this is Climb Zone. If you want to climb up a mountain like a goat, because that's what goats do, right? You can climb up one. And this is Wahlburgers. So in case if you haven't heard, the Wahlburger brothers have a burger store. Am I crazy or like, am I the yesified version of that? I think it's the BB cream. And this fake fire wasn't fooling anybody. That is steam and delight. I'm sick of liars. It is time for our first lunch of the day at Master Noodle. As you can see, they have tons of delicious little appetizer type items and also a lot of soups and ramens and noodles and fried rice as well. So I got these scallion pancakes and a spicy ramen with shrimps and different things like that.
So I don't know if I've ever had a real ramen. I've had Disney World ramen, which probably doesn't count. I don't think Mickey is that authentic with what he does. No offense. So I'm super excited for this. It does look authentic to me. There's shrimp, there is ground pork, corn, a piece of seaweed. It did come with a fish cake, but I put no fish cake on the little screen thingy because you guys know I'm not that into fish already. So a cake version of fish just sounds a bit too intense for me. Oh, but let's first try the scallion pancake. I've never had a scallion pancake. Wow. Exactly. You know, I feel like pancakes are something that a lot of different cultures do. There's American pancakes, which are just basically a cake in a pan. And then we have crepes, which are the French pancakes, and they're basically squished. It's like if you sat on a pancake. These are interesting. They're kind of like a tortilla meets a pancake. I actually think they have an amazing flavor. They taste really kind of golden brown and rich and crispy, and the hint of scallion onion vibes really comes through and creates something very different. And I really like a savory pancake moment. I think it really works. But the Grace Mama. There was a girl whispering to her mom about me, probably asking if I was a vlogger, and she ran into a chair. My impact though, that's kind of fierce. I made someone run into a chair. Yeah, so basically it tastes really good, but it's completely soaked with grease. You know, if I squeezed my nose out, there would be that much grease. The BB cream really hides the shine, so I can relate to this, but it's so greasy that like when you bite into it, you can kind of feel the grease coming out of it, almost like a sponge when you squeeze it. You get me? And it really did ruin the whole experience. So the flavor is actually quite fantastic and simple, and it could be a perfect side dish with anything. Oh, but it's ruined. There's no coming back from that. When the grease takes over, it's over. So let's try some authentic ramen. I'm so excited. Oh, yes. You know, when I was growing up, me and my family were so sheltered that we thought that ramen noodles were called ramen noodles. I mean, I heard everyone loves him, but you know, I wanted to be more gooped and gagged. I wanted to clock a gag and also stand on business at the same time, but that's not what's happening here. It's not bad. Let me just say that. But it doesn't taste much more flavorful than instant ramen. It really doesn't. The noodles taste good. The ground pork just tastes like plain ground pork. The shrimp tastes like good, perfectly cooked, plain shrimp. I didn't try a bamboo shoot. Wait, hold on. Just like bamboo. You know, when I was like a teenager, my mom decided to make our whole living room bamboo themed. and she bought a bamboo table and 3 bamboo couches. It was bizarre, but we loved her anyways. Anyways, I'm full of stories today. They're just popping out of me. I think the main issue here is the broth. It tastes sort of like a chicken instant ramen with a tiny bit of heavy cream to make it creamier, but that's it. Like, I'm not tasting anything different, anything special. And maybe this is authentic. Maybe instant ramens have tasted authentic all this time. I just thought they weren't. I don't know, but it's just so extremely basic. I'm still enjoying it because I love it, instant ramen. I'm gonna have to give it a 5. Okay.
Now, this is the other mall food court, okay? So it's a bit smaller and less nice compared to the other one, but it's still cute. They have a Popeyes. We love a Popeyes moment. They have a Sbarro's, and they also have a Great Steaks in this one as well. So I guess they do have more than one location. They are well known. Congratulations. And this is an Opa Greek restaurant and a Thai kitchen as well, plus a Long John Silver's, which is very fishy, and another A&W, another Panda Express, and a Bonchon, which is Korean fried chicken, and a Johnny Rockets as well. I'm talking too fast. And a Sugar Factory, whatever that is. It's a cheesecake factory with less cheese, more sugar. And a Noodles World Kitchen. Never had that either. Plus a Nico Boba Bar. So for my second lunch, I went to Opa of Greece and I got the chicken pita wrap. It's basically like a gyro, but with chicken.
God, there's so many cords. Oh, the life of being an influencer. Always on the go, always plugging things in. Okay, so I'm here in my room, because this is the final taste test of our breakfast lunch exploration moment until tonight's dinner. And I got this gorgeous, basically a gyro, but it's just called a pita wrap. And I got it with chicken because I always get gyro meat and I love it so much, but I was like, let me try something different. I've never been to Opa, I'm excited for it. Opa! Quickly, I wanted to talk about my mall experience so far. I'm liking it. Everyone's been very nice. I have tried not that much good food. I was about to say I've tried some good food. I don't think I have. I mean, it hasn't been bad, but nothing's been a goop. So I hope this is. Let's see, it's very heavy. Oh my gosh, that's dense. Wow. This has tzatziki, feta, tomatoes, lettuce, red onions, and jalapenos. She was like, do you want me to take the jalapenos off? And I was like, do I look like I don't have courage? Look at that. Oh, wait, this isn't just like chopped chicken. My mouth watered, whoa, it gushed. This is like chicken gyro meat. You see that? It's almost like a chicken meatball chopped up. Oh my. Oh, it's happening. I couldn't resist. That is the best thing I've had all day, and probably the healthiest. So that's a lesson to me, myself, and also I, that fried doesn't equal delicious. Sometimes green vegan items like this are the most delicious. They ate that up. They ate. I've never had chicken that tastes just like gyro meat with less grease. Like, that's literally what it tastes like. And that's the best of both worlds, because sometimes the gyro meat can make my stomach feel a little gurgly, you know, a little those are the noises it makes, but not this meat. This is like lean ground chicken with all the seasonings you could ever want. The tzatziki kind of mixes with the feta and gets saltier and tangier and just better overall. The pita is very soft. It tastes freshly made and freshly toasty, you know? And all the toppings are so fresh and so crispy. It's the perfect chicken pita wrap. I feel like a conductor with my chicken flying everywhere. 10 out of 10. I'm so grateful. So I'm gonna go edit and I'll see you at dinner time. For my day 2 dinner, I went to this restaurant called Crave. And it's a place that apparently has cocktails, pasta, wine, flatbread, sushi, cocktails, pasta, wine, flatbread. Sorry, I was just reading the curtains. And the sign is kind of giving Twilight, is it not? It's very New Moon. Very Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2. You name my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster? Jacob? And this is the menu. I know the font is really tiny, but just get out your binoculars if you're nosy and look closely. And this is the dessert menu as well. You know those restaurants that feel extra hip? Like, you know, they opened up recently and you can just feel like the fusions of the flavors and the vibes. That's what this is giving. And I'm really excited. The waitress is super nice, like super nice. And she gave me a little hot towel. It's in a blob. I thought when she brought it to the table, it was a piece of like sushi rice. And I was about to dig in, but luckily she was like, it's a hot towel. And I was like, oh, I knew that. Yeah. Oh, and she said it would be hot. It is. Is it like disposable? Does it disintegrate after? Or is it just like a whole thing? Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You can come and go or anything.
Let's go.
You can come and go like anytime.
Okay, perfect. Well, if there's anything you need, I'm here for you. Okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Anything you guys need to, let me know.
Exactly. Oh, it's so nice. That's a different waiter. Oh, because I am seated near the bar. I think any of the bartenders can just come and go. Love that. So both of them are super nice. He was so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm making friends. Yeah, so this is a hot towel. It's not as hot anymore, but it's lukewarm. Oh, is that my BB cream? Now, it doesn't have soap, so I don't know if it can, you know, get rid of the bacteria and the microbes, but it's doing something.
For my appetizer, I got the chicken lettuce wraps.
After having that amazing healthy pita earlier, I thought to myself, we need to eat more vegan things, even if they have chicken, you know, because they can be really good and fresh tasting. And also we're in Minnesota with all this plant life and natural, what do they call it? Shrubbery, right? The shrubberies. So I got something even greener. This is Bib lettuce. So if you drop something, it should catch it. Let's put some chicken. And then we also got some slaw. I'm going it with my hands. I really don't care.
Mama's hungry.
And we also have these crunchy thingies. It's like pieces of curly styrofoam. And then we got some sauce. Let's pour that on there too. Oh, goopy. Okay. Oh, it's so big. Just like the mall. Oh my gosh, I have 2 bibs. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious. I love it.
Good, good.
Yes.
Glad you're enjoying
Thank you. I feel so beautiful. I need more. I need more right now. Oh, that was too much sauce. It's fine. Extra flavor. Girlies, that is it. Those have to be the best lettuce wraps I ever did have. Listen, I love peanuts more than the next person. Unless if they're allergic, then I guess I do, right? And sometimes lettuce wraps can have too much of a peanut flavor. It can be the main star, but not this one. This one barely tastes like peanuts. It has a rich soy sauce chicken, like hibachi flavor, like fresh hibachi. And it has this deep brown sugar flavor that goes so well with the chicken. It really makes it pop. Like a huge pimple, the biggest pimple in the USA. And the chicken underneath, it does taste perfectly cooked. It tastes seared. Love. The lettuce, the slaw, everything is very fresh, but it's all very plain. And I think that's on purpose because the chicken brings enough flavor that it makes the whole thing shine. I love it. It's dazzling, like Taylor Swift and Clara Bow. Only the Swifties will get that one. This is a goop. I crave it. 10 out of 10. By the way, I've been meaning to talk about this for the past day and a half, but I keep forgetting to. Did you know that Minneapolis is actually Minneapolis? Last week when I was talking to Alejandro about like flying into the Minneapolis airport, I said, yeah, I'm flying into Minneapolis. And he was like, what? And I was like, Minneapolis, have you heard of it? It's a city. And he was like, it's Minneapolis. And I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, yes, it is. And I was like, I'll Google it. It's Minneapolis. Where did the Minion go? Life is a lie. The Twilight Zone is real. So now I know the truth, but I really think something in the universe shifted to make that happen.
For my entree, I got the Thai steak with crispy rice underneath. Ooh, different, exciting.
So what did I even get? Oh, this is the Thai steak. It's a New York strip steak with stir-fried vegetables. I'm seeing some asparagus, so someone's gonna stink up the bathroom tonight, and I'm the only person. Oh my gosh, it looks great.
Anything I can bring you right away?
Oh, I'm good for now.
All right.
Thank you. Crispy sushi rice, Fresno chilies. I love Fresno chilies so much. It's little red things. And Thai steak sauce. I'm excited. This was $44. I hope it's good. Wait, is the steak pre-cut? Yes. Less work for little old me. Oh, here's the crispy rice. You see it? I'm gonna try to get everything in one bite, including this big Fresno chili with all the seeds. It shouldn't be too hot, guys. I'm half Cuban. I can handle it. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. This is so good.
God,
It's incredible. The sauce is so, like, sour.
I know.
I'm living.
God.
Did I just say I'm living? Oh my God, I'm such a stereotype. Don't look at me. I'm living for it, mama. Goop and gag the house down. I don't know if I've ever had a steak transported from New York, but I think I should have it more often. This is phenomenal. And it's so unique, yet so simple. Let me explain. Listen up, get your notepads. The steak itself is a little bit fatty, and usually fat on steak bothers me. But this time it melted in my mouth and it didn't bother me because it was like just on the edge. The steak is so tender, so juicy on the inside. It has a perfect steak flavor, not too meaty, nothing crazy. And the best part is it has the iconic crust that we crave. It's that burnt layer of seasonings you can't really describe, but it's just like flavor in a steak form, right? And then the veggies are all still very crunchy and they taste slightly pickled. The chili peppers add the perfect amount of spice and a slight jalapeno-like flavor, but sweeter. This burnt rice is everything. I'm not into burnt rice, especially if it's like by accident. If I'm making rice and then it burns, I don't eat that part because it icks me out. But when it's burnt on purpose, it's different. You know? It's almost like a rice patty. It's really crispy on the outside, it's soft on the inside. All that steak sauce soaked into it. So it gave the rice so much flavor. And the steak sauce is like this sour, pickled, very liquidy sauce. So there's not too much of it. It just kind of like drips off in a sense. Am I making sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. I'm just so excited because I love it. This is such a fantastic entree and I couldn't have picked better. 10 out of 10.
For my dessert, I got the original coconut cake. Layers of cake and coconut. What else would it be?
Okay, this cake is huge. This is the coconut cake. I didn't think it would be the size of a whole coconut, but here we are. It's their like most secretive. Ooh, a glass broke. A glass broke. They're so nice, I feel bad. This is called the original coconut cake. Our secret recipe served with raspberry coulis, Jamie Lee coulis, fresh raspberries and strawberries and whipped cream. Okay, let's just dig in. I'm scared. Oh my God. I get it. I get it. I get why it's a secret. If this was my recipe, I would also keep it secret. You don't want someone taking something so beautiful. This is something that should be cherished. It seems like it would be basic. It's not. It's so subtly different. She's not like the other girls. She owns a car shop. She listens to rock and roll, you know? She's not preoccupied with makeup and hair. The cake itself is the special thing here. It has the texture of a very moist cake, but it does not taste like a cake. It tastes like a slightly sweetened biscuit. That's the flavor profile, which makes it so unique. It's just got that perfect texture that when you bite into it, you're like, this is what cake should always be like. The whipped cream is also barely sweet. It has coconut within it. And then the raspberry coulis adds, oh my God. This is one of the best cakes I've had like ever. I love it so much.
Good. We make that start to finish in house.
Really love it so much. There's like something different like about the flavor. It almost tastes like a biscuit or something. And there's like a different flavor.
I literally sounded insane. Nurse, come quick.
And then the raspberry coulis is literally so tart and it just balances out everything and just cuts through all the cakiness. It's incredible. And also these have been the nicest waiters I've had in so long. Like I'm so grateful. So Crave is an amazing place. This is another 10 out of 10. This was the perfect meal. Wowie, wowie, wow. Hi. It's the last day. Day 3 of the challenge of the largest mall in America. Could you even see my gorgeous legs flapping? Now I have to do it again. Whoa! That was real. That was not a sound effect this time.
Girlies, I would just like to apologize. I'm doing this voiceover days later after getting home from my trip, and I think the Minnesota climate made my sinuses act up. So if I sound stuffy and quite disgusting, like I'm covered in mucus, that's why. Anyways, we're having our first breakfast of the day at Bussin' Birria Tacos. I got 2 tacos, one chicken birria taco and one normal beef birria taco as well.
I'm so excited. Let's eat. So I got a normal birria taco, but I also got a birria chicken taco. I've never had chicken birria. That's crazy. I didn't even know birria came in chicken flavor. Now, they gave me 2 kinds of consomme. One has a C and then one has a B. I don't know what that could mean, but we're just gonna guess which one goes with. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I play too much. Of course, chicken is C, B is for birria. Let's first try the normal birria. There's the beef consomme, looks really normal. I got some jalapenos on the side. I'm gonna put those in there too. I love fresh jalapenos so much because they're like extra spicy. have one thing to say. That's bussin'. There's this Instagram foodie guy that I follow, and he seems really nice, but he's keto. So he's always making things with meat and cheeses, like constantly. That's like his main food groups. And once he's done chewing through all that cheese, he always says, bussin'. Anyways, off topic, but this birria taco really is that girl. I have to say, I had low expectations because it's birria from a mall food court. Like you'd expect it to be okay, but not great. This is one of the best birria tacos I've had. Now, I have to say, the tortilla is not as soaked as your typical birria taco. It's much more on the crispy side, but I really didn't mind that because it didn't need to be soaked. The meat had so much flavor within it, and the consomme too. It just tasted like extra flavorful, extra tender, extra salty birria meat. It had that classic kind of chili lime flavor with a tiny hint of spice. The fresh jalapenos went so well with it, and they put so much cheese. Do they think I was keto? Do they think I eat that much cheese? Do I look keto? Thanks. It was just ooey gooey, crunchy, meaty deliciousness. Perfection. 10 out of 10. Now it's time for chicken. This is the chicken consomme. It looks the same, but less cloudy, so it probably has less fat. You can't see it. I don't want to risk spilling it. Just imagine it. Oh, you're 52? You don't have an imagination anymore? Sweetheart, anyone can have an imagination. It's called delusion. Okay, let's see. It is not bad whatsoever. It's still really nice, but it's nothing compared to its beefy sister. She got the meats, you got the gobbler. Sorry, honey. You're not gonna make it in this birria business. I really like the tortilla. It's crunchy once again. And I really love the cheese. Once again, very salty, super ooey gooey, and they put tons. I just think the chicken doesn't have enough flavor to be the main star. It isn't unseasoned, but it's lightly seasoned. There's a slight chili powder flavor, maybe a slight cumin flavor, but it's all very light. And even the consomme is giving chicken noodle soup for the soul with a Latina flair. So overall, it's just kind of giving a basic cheesy chicken taquito. That's the vibe here, not birria. So I'm gonna give that a 6.5 out of 10, but still overall, fantastic breakfast. Let's go have lunch. I'm still hungry. Filming Timmy was mistaken. This is my second breakfast. We're gonna have lunch later. So basically, I'm at that and this Italian restaurant has like Italian burritos. Have you ever heard of such a thing? Hola, bella. But I didn't feel like getting a whole burrito, so instead I got one of these piata pockets, which is basically kind of like a fresh hot pocket type thing. And I got the meatball marinara variant of it, which came with ranch. Ooh. I'm well aware that this is terrible lighting. Of course I am. I've been watching America's Next Top Model for 20 years. I know how to find my light and how to show neck and how to be ugly pretty. Tyra taught me so much. But I wanted to sit here because I wanted you guys to see the blue skies. It's just a nice change of pace from being stuck in this premises for the past 2.5 days. I haven't left. I feel like I'm starting to see things, and ooh, I might be catching what they call the world's largest mall fever. So yeah, maybe I chose bad lighting because I am going crazy, and that's okay. Also, I've been looking for like the main entrance to this mall, and I haven't been able to find it. It turns out I think this is it. I think this is the big star right next to me. So I'm gonna go outside right after this and get a good cinematography shot of it. Now this is called piata, which I think is like a Italian burrito, but this is the pocket version. It's smaller. It was only like $4.50. I almost got the full burrito, but then I was like, I want to taste test more things. Can I just get like half of it? Can I get the one mahi? Because I'm not that hungry. So I got the pocket version, and it came with ranch. I didn't even ask for it. They just gave me ranch. What a gift. So let's just first try it by itself and then with the ranch. Yeah, that's ranch. Just making sure. Okay. Oh. Okay, with the ranch. All right. You know, oh, the lighting's better like this. I'm just gonna hunch over like Quasimodo. Ding dong. That's the scent of Giada De Laurentiis. That is not bad, but it just kind of tastes like a mediocre meatball sub in a tortilla. Even though I don't think it's a tortilla, I think it's very, very, very thin like pizza crust, but it tastes like a tortilla to me. In fact, it tastes like a low carb tortilla. Ooh. burn. Actually, low carb tortillas taste accurate to what a tortilla should taste like. Shockingly. That's suspicious. But yeah, the meatball inside is not a bad meatball, but it definitely tastes processed. Like a good processed meatball, if that makes sense. Like a high-end one, but still not fresh. There is a slight Parmesan-y flavor in there as well. And of course, classic Italian herbs and spices. Wait, that was Australian. Why did my vocal cords go down under? Come back up. The cheese tastes like shredded mozzarella. The marinara tastes like plain marinara. And there's not much more going on. The ranch is good. It tastes fresh, so that's nice. That's homemade. Can I drink it? Oh my. I think there's some Parmigiano Reggiano in there too. It's very tangy. But yeah, overall, it's basic. I'm gonna give it a 5.5 out of 10. The 0.5 is just extra sympathy. I now present to you the actual front of the mall. Wow. Girlies, this is it. This is the front. I love the colors of the star. I feel like it's really embracing the agenda. And you know what that means? We have to work it. Also, can I just say, I haven't really felt the weather in Minnesota. It's amazing. It's like, oh, a sign almost flew away. It's chilly, but it's not jacket worthy. My bald head feels a little icy, but in like a nice little flurry way, not a blizzard. I'm loving it. Tomorrow I'm gonna film something outside, which is not gonna be the state fair. It's not gonna be that, I promise. So I think it's time to explore the final 2 floors before we continue eating. So it's the 3rd floor and the 4th floor. Let's go, girls. Okay, so this is the 3rd floor. As you can see, this is the same area as the main food court. And they also have a Carlos bake shop. In case you haven't heard of Carlos, he has his own TLC show called Cake Boss, where him and his familia make cakes for people that pay them money, because that's what a business is, a family business. And that's Carlos himself. Why is he kind of giving zaddy? And of course they have cake and a Carlos photo op. You can put your cake somehow floating on his hand and he'll look at you like, is mi familia's family recipe good? Tell me it's good. And this is a beef jerky store, just a whole store dedicated to the beef that is dried. The thirstiest beef in all the land lives here. And they just have tons of varieties of beef jerky, including giant beef jerky. And that's all they need to have, because that's their thing, you know? Now this is super cool. This is Kura Sushi Revolving Sushi Bar. So it's one of those sushi bars that moves. It's like one big robot table. And I didn't eat there just because I don't want tons of fish flying past me. It's a little too much. I'm not that into seafood, but it looked super cool. Amazing Mirror Maze, a game for the most conceited among us. I have never done an escape room, and I don't plan on it ever. If I ever got locked in one, I would just bang on the walls and say, let me out, please. I can't figure this out, let me out. Until they got sick of me. Cause like looking for clues, do I look like Colonel Sanders to you? Welcome to the Alpaca Connection, a store based on the alpaca, which is sort of like the ostrich of horses, you know? It has a really long neck. It probably runs really fast. Never get chased by an alpaca because it will catch up. I do feel really bad for llamas. They don't have their own store. What's it gonna be called? Spit Connection? Exactly, they have a branding issue. And this is a puzzle store, which is super cool because I feel like everyone is just so into their mobile devices and phones, and we need to do more puzzles to keep our brains hip and kicking, you know? This is a gorgeous cinematographer shot of the mall just to show you the vast scale of this massive land vessel. And they have a Five Below. I've never seen a Five Below in a mall, but guys, let me tell you, it was a full-sized Five Below. Just such a massive store. I was in shock. And what's this? This is the Rock of Ages Blacklight Mini Golf. So you can golf while watching a Broadway show. Sounds overwhelming. No, thank you. Girlies, I'm scared. I didn't realize they were gonna have a Margaritaville within the mall. And you guys know I've been on both of their crusty cruises and I can't go back there. Don't make me go back. This is the Crayola store. So it's just a huge, massive store for crayons. I mean, they have other things like merch and stuff, but all the merch is based on a crayon, right? So if you love crayons, this is where you have to be. This is where life is happening. And they have a rainforest cafe with a massive, terrifying butterfly. Are we in the prehistoric ages? Why is it so big? And also tons of steam. It looks like gurgling diarrhea. Oh my God, guys, I'm sorry.
It's the morning. I just woke up. I don't know why I said that. Now, this is the hallway that has all the sit-down restaurants. Okay, so they have a Buffalo Wild Wings, a Panera Bread. You guys know that means bread. Master Noodles. We tried that already. Cold Stone Creamery. I love the smell of a Cold Stone. Even more than the flavor, to be honest. You know what I mean? A Burger, which looks like a BurgerFi knockoff. And a Benihana. I have to sneeze. No, it's gone! Oh! Now, this is a Lovesac furniture store. I have heard of it because after my mom's bamboo furniture era, she decided to get all Lovesac items. And I think she got her and my dad like massive beanbag chairs from here or something. They were just going from bamboo to beans. And there's some more Minnesota-based stores. Love for Minnesota, I Heart Minnesota, Direct Competition. Which one are you gonna shop at? And this is yet another gorgeous cinematographer shot of the mall to show you more of its vast scale. And I didn't show you guys this ride yet. It goes kind of slow, but it definitely looks hectic. Look at them fly by, wow. And this store is called Boot Barn because they sell, guess what? A lot of clothes, but also I'm sure some boots. They had a lot of vests, a lot of like cowboy attire.
Hey little lady, can I have this dance? Ride my cow. I have the coldest beer in the whole town.
It is time to go up to the 4th and final floor. So once I got there, I realized it was kind of empty. There's not a lot to do up here, but they do have the Fair on 4, whatever that is. I think it's kind of like a Dave & Buster's, but with more funnel cakes. And they also have a Hooters, which is my absolute favorite restaurant to go to, but I like to dine in because there's so many ladies that I like to see. And then I found this hallway and I went down it because it said that the theater was down here, but it was such a long hallway, I got kind of scared. If the lights were flickering, I would have turned around, to be honest. But I made it through and I made it to the theater. So if you want to see a movie, you can. And this is the final cinematographer shot of the mall. I think it's the best one yet. What do we think, girlies?
Well, girlies, I think we explored almost all the interesting stuff this mall has to offer. We're done. So let's go eat a few more snacks. And then tonight we have dinner. So the video is not over yet. Don't fret, said Beth. Dr. Seuss wrote that.
I decided to get my day 3 snack at the Orange Julius because I was craving a fresh drink.
I've never had an orange Julius in my 31 years on this earth, ever. But I've always seen it, mostly in 90s types of properties, 80s. I feel like it's an old thing, but they still have one here. And apparently, it's like a creamy orange juice. Let's open it up. Okay, so it looks like a bubble bath made of citrus. It looks very frothy. I'm just gonna drink it like this. I wanna see it when I drink it, you know? Ooh, it's thick, kind of like an icy or a smoothie. Oh. That's weird. I don't know if I like it. It kind of tastes like an orange creamsicle milkshake, which I love, but with a twist, a bad one. An M. Night Shyamalan twist. We know those are bad ones. Oh, I feel bad. He's a great filmmaker. He really is. I'm just a bigger fan of M. Day Shyamalan. It's his evil twin from the multiverse. It tastes like an orange sody pop mixed with a cream, but instead of cream, it's more of a Greek yogurt. So it has this kind of sour flavor to it. It's not as ice creamy as I would want it to be. And there's also a bit of bitterness, I think, from the orange. So yeah, it's just weird. It's like an orange creamsicle downgraded. I'm gonna have to give this orange Julius Roberts a 4 out of 10. You know what that makes me think of? Steel Magnolias. Have you seen it? With Sally Field and Julia Roberts when Sally Field's like, Shelby, Shelby, Shelby. That's all she says the whole movie. And then Julia Roberts like, stop talking about me like I'm not here. And her hair gets all messy. Iconic. Iconic. Anyways, there's people staring at me reciting Sally Field. I'm gonna stop.
For my day 3 lunch, I went to Bonchon Korean fried chicken. This is the menu. You can pause if you'd like, but they have a lot of wings, chicken, a lot of sides, things like that. So I got some spicy chicken wings and chicken drumsticks combo. I also got a Korean fried corn dog cheese thingy and a side of kimchi as well. I am back in my room, sitting on my disintegrating throne, ready to eat the second to last meal of this video. I'm sad, but I'm hungry still. You might be thinking, wow, Timmy, you can really pack it in there. Sister, you don't even know. I've never had Korean fried chicken, so I'm so hyped to try it. I got spicy drumsticks with spicy wings, and then I got this soy garlic sauce on a Korean fried hot corn.
I'm glitching. Corn dog. And I'm most excited about this. I got kimchi. I've never had real kimchi. I mean, I've had kimchi in soups, kimchi in different things, but never kimchi by itself. So let's try that first. Apparently it's like sour, spicy, kind of like pickled cabbage, right? Oh, it's potent. Okay, it smells like coleslaw with a personality. Ooh, la boo boo. I could eat just this as my meal, period. The cabbage has totally taken on the flavors of everything else. It kind of tastes like a pickle meets a lot of garlic. It's like, hi, I'm pickle. Are you garlic? And it also has a hint of a chili flavor, but like not really that spicy, just more so like just the flavor. With this crunchy, juicy, refreshing texture. Incredible, 10 out of 10. Oh my goodness. Next up, let's try, should I do the wing or the drumstick first? A drumstick, because I used to be in a band. Drums. Our band was called the Four Timmys. We were all named Timmy. Actually, they weren't, but I told them to pretend to be named Timmy so we could be called the Four Timmys. And we had so many hits like Beth, that was a bop. And my darkest song yet, which is also the most personal to me, Gout's Fury. Let's try this spicy drumstick. Wait, with kimchi? Ooh. You know what? I might as well try the wing now too. My lips are burning, but at least they're not sealed like Hillary and Haley Duff's. You guys know, I can handle spice. I'm a man, first of all, but also I've just grown up eating spicy food. This is genuinely spicy to me, and my spice tolerance is very high. Oh! Edward changed me so I don't have to feel this. Vampires don't feel spice, unless if it's garlic. Oh! Yeah. This water's purified, so it should help me. Okay, we're just gonna talk through it. The chicken on the inside overall is very soft, very tender. A little extra greasy, it does feel extra greasy, but tastes great. The breading is thin, but still extremely crunchy and crispy. The sauce is a little bit spicy, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. It's not, but what I don't like about certain spicy sauces is they don't have anything else going on. They're just spicy. This genuinely tastes like it has so many layers to it. It's sweet, it's savory, it's tangy, and it's spicy. Kind of tastes like really spicy sweet and sour chicken. That's kind of the vibe. Oh my God, someone's walking by probably and it's like, is he okay? No, girl, I'm not okay. Send someone with a lot of milk. Tammy. I'm still gonna give them an 8 out of 10. Very delicious. Let's try this. I think it's calming down now. Let's try this soy garlic Korean corn dog. I'm not sure if there's just cheese or if there's corn dogs too. We'll see. Cheese. Love. No, it's just cheese. I've had a few Korean corn dogs in the past. I've never loved them because first of all, they probably weren't authentic. And I also felt like they always lacked flavor because I just had them like without sauce. You know what I mean? And so like it always just tasted like mozzarella cheese wrapped in like white bread to me. That's it. But not this one. This one is first of all extra crispy. It has chunks of fries around it. So there's a difference in texture from the breadiness to the potato. It's super fluffy on the inside. The cheese is very simple, but it's nice and salty. The best thing about this is the soy garlic sauce. Oh, it really has such a rich soy flavor. It's so soy. You'd think it was the bean itself. What was that store called? LL Bean? And that salty soy glaze with the crispy potato kind of makes it taste like a really salty potato chip, like a really crispy kettle cooked potato chip with a lot of flavor. So I really love this. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Very good. So overall, the food was great. It attacked me. I might never be the same again, but I enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys at dinner. For my final meal of the video, I decided to go to Cantina Laredo. It is a modern Mexican restaurant. This is the menu. They have all the classics, even though it's modern. For my appetizer, I got the guacamole, some free salsa, and some free chips as well. I am so hungry. I'm so hyped to eat. This is the final meal. This place is what was it called again? La Secreto de Amor? No, that was a soap opera I watched when I was in Kenya. It was dubbed over in English. I was obsessed. Anyways, random, but wait, what was this place called? Cantina Laredo. I got the guac as my appetizer. The chips and the salsa were free. So if they're trash, I'm just gonna say I'm grateful. But this, I'm gonna be harsh on. So let's try the salsa. It's very like dark, probably fire roasted, which I love fire roasted salsas. I can taste the flames. Tastes like hell. Wow. Some of the best restaurant salsa I've had in recent memory. It is, first of all, very salty. It's salty salsa, which I appreciate. I feel like a lot of people don't salt their salsa. I mean, a lot of people butter their biscuits, but they forget the salt with the salsa. So it is so seasoned. It, like I said, tastes fire roasted, very, very tomatoey and bright. And it's so bright and like almost sour that it has a vinegar sort of wine flavor to it. There's a hint of wine. I'm not sure if they added cooking wine. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but it is very nice. And there's a strong chipotle pepper flavor. I love chipotle peppers, and it all comes together and just makes such a flavorful, delicious salsa. I'm obsessed. 10 out of 10. And you can come and go anytime. Don't worry about it. Thank you so much.
You want to try a spicier one?
Oh, sure. Thank you so much. He is going to bring me a spicier salsa. I was like, okay, sure. So nice. Let's try the guac. Are those olives? There's little chopped up green things that kind of resemble olives to me. That's interesting. Thank you so much. I'm excited to try it. I love spicy stuff, so that looks amazing. Wow, it's so red.
You know, working in many Mexican restaurants before. Most of the salsas are just like way too spicy.
Yeah.
But in this one here, you can try. There's flavors on it.
Oh, so it's not just spice. It has like other like elements to it that make it really good. Awesome. Okay, let's first try this guac. What is that? I'm so happy. This is a great day. This guac is perfection. The avocados, first of all, taste so perfectly ripe, so fresh. They use the Hass. Those are my favorite avocados, the Hass. I don't like the other avocados. When you open them up, they smell like oceanic. And I'm not trying to make Moana guacamole. This is so creamy. The pico is so bright and so crunchy. It has the perfect amount of liminess. Once again, perfectly salted. There's a lot of garlic in there. And there's a secret ingredient. And part of me is wondering if it's olives. Because there's a different element that I can't really put my finger on. It's almost like a different kind of sourness that is not like the lime sourness. You know, it's different. And I don't even like olives, but if it is olives, I like them in this. It just adds a depth and a je ne sais quoi that you cannot describe as je m'appelle Olive. Imagine if that was my name. Olive's Takeout. It is just perfect guac. 10 out of 10. What is going on? Everything is good. Quickly, let's try this spicy guacamole. It's an... I mean salsa. Wow, Timmy, you're half Cuban. You don't even know what guacamole is. This is like warm salsa, so let's see. Oh my God. Ooh. I'm sorry, esophagus. I'm sorry to put you through another round of spice. It's okay. I'm just a goose. That is genuinely spicy, but not too spicy. Almost too spicy. It truly tastes almost like pure blended up chili peppers, but it also has sort of the flavor of like enchilada sauce, but like good, like homemade enchilada sauce. And it's warm, so that's just enhancing the vibe as well. And it also has a very strong garlic flavor. There's a lot of garlic on this table. Edward's never gonna love me again. 10 out of 10 again. Everything is a 10 out of 10 so far. Okay, time for the entree.
For my entree, I got the mole enchiladas with chicken inside and some rice and beans because it came with them.
In case if you don't know, mole is literally like 100 things blended up and cooked. From crackers to chocolate to like sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds or something like that. It's literally so many things, but it somehow creates the most delicious sauce. And I've always just found it to be so quirky that it's just so random. It just, you can't take it anywhere, you know? And that just makes me love it even more. But let's first try the beans and the rice. I'm just gonna eat them together because they're supposed to be eaten together. Ow, ow. I bit my lip. I couldn't even enjoy my bean. Ow, bean. Okay. I did expect the rice and beans to taste a bit more authentic. You know what? They're too modern. That's it. The rice is more so like a cilantro rice with not much else going on, just a hint of cilantro and then a lot of plainness. The texture reminds me of beans, 90-second packet of rice. Now the beans are not bad. They have a good texture actually. Very like thick, not too soupy, but they're very simple. They really don't have much going on either. So I don't hate them by any means. I don't despise many things in life. I should despise more, right? Everyone's so hateful these days. I should try to fit in, but that's not who I am. Either way though, I'm not that into the beans and rice. I'm gonna have to give them a 4 out of 10. Wow, that was unexpected after the slay. We got a nay. Horse. Let's try the chicken enchilada with mole sauce. I'm ready for this. This is gonna serve, I know it. She served. So good. This was amazing. This was so good. It was super spicy. I loved it. And this is so good too. Everything is good.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Everything besides the beans and rice. I told a lie. It's okay. The thing about these enchiladas though is the chicken is nice shredded chicken, but it's completely simple. I'm talking like shredded rotisserie chicken, like that's it. But this mole sauce has so much flavor that it does not matter that the chicken is so plain. If you've never had mole, it's hard to describe. It has this tomatoey, chili, sweet flavor to it. And while it has chocolate and all these different things in it, you can't really taste them, but they just add subtle things. Like the chocolate, I feel, adds a silkiness to the texture and a deepness to the flavor. As for the crackers and things like that, I don't know what they add. They just add snacks to the sauce, but it all somehow really works. And to me, this is really good mole. I've had mole probably like 5 times in my life, and this is maybe top 2. I'm not a mole expert, but tastes good to me. I'm gonna give those an 8 out of 10. Very nice.
For my dessert, I got the mango tres leche. And if you notice, it has 3 layers. That's so satisfying. I love it.
Well, this is definitely a modern tres leches because I've never seen a tres leche this big in my life. It looks amazing. Now, before we get into this, do you realize this is the final taste test of the video? We've come so far together. We've literally traversed this whole mall. That's the right word, right? Traversed? I've never used it. We traversed it, we climbed it, and I'm so proud of us. I had a great time. This mall is great. To me, it feels like any old mall, just engorged, you know, enlarged, and I would come back. Well, I wouldn't travel all this way just to make like the same video twice, but you know what I mean? Like I would if I had the opportunity, like for free, I would. We tried some good things, some mediocre things, but it was a time to remember, right? So let's try this tres leche. Whoa. So weird, but I want more. I've never had a tres leche like this in my life, but I'm enjoying it. It just took me by surprise. I expected a mango flavor, but I expected it to still taste like a tres leche. It doesn't. It tastes like a moist cake with layers of mango mousse with a mango smoothie poured on top of it. Okay, a vegan would say, that's my breakfast, right on top of that tres leche. That is what it tastes like, a mango smoothie cake. And I think it does work. It's very refreshing, it's tart, and it's not too sweet. Do I prefer a classic tres leches? A little bit, but I think this is still a very good kind of like tropical cake moment. It was just a surprise. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's very nice. I just don't wanna eat too much because yesterday I felt a little icky in my stomach after all that coconut cake. So I learned. Anyways, we're not gonna end the video here. No, ma'am. We're gonna go somewhere much more special. Well, girl. Well, girlies, if you watched this whole video, you are that girl. Thank you so much. I'm eternally grateful. And I mean that I know I always sound like I'm joking. I mean it. I love you guys so much. All of your comments mean the world to me. I try to read all of them, as many as I possibly can. And yeah, I just feel like we're truly best friends. Oh my God, they're skateboarders. Scared me. I will see you guys next week, next Saturday, for the State Fair. I'm going to the State Fair. I'll just say it. I finally said it. Okay, bye, girlies. See you then.